Hello, hello, hello. Converting numbers into standard form. Okay, let's have a look here. We've got 4,000 here and we want to convert it into standard form. Now, standard form is all about how many multiples of 10 are linked with a number. So we always write, when we write standard form, we always write times 10 to the something. The number here is always going to be a number between 1 and 10. Okay? And always going to be a number between 1 and 10. So we've got to work that out. Now the way we write something in standard form is, first of all, when we've got a number like this, we start with a decimal point at the end of the number. We keep bouncing it until we get a number between 1 and 10. So, is 4,000 between 1 and 10? No. So we bounce it one time. Is 400 a number between 1 and 10? No. We have to bounce it a second time. Is 40 a number between 1 and 10? No. So we have to bounce it a third time. Is 4 a number between 1 and 10? The answer is yes. So we put our point there. So we write 4, which is our number between 1 and 10. And the index here is the number of times that we've bounced the decimal point to get there from the end of the number. So that becomes a 3. So 4,000 in standard form is written as 4 times 10 to the 3. Okay, let's try this example below. If we've got 32,300, so we start again, we put our decimal point right at the end of the number here, and we're going to keep bouncing it until we get a number between 1 and 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Here I've got 3.23. That's our number between 1 and 10. We can't have 32.3, or we couldn't have 0.323. So 3.23 is our number between 1 and 10. It can be a decimal, so 3.23, that will be our number between 1 and 10. All we've got left to do now is count how many times we've had to bounce this decimal point. So I've got to go once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, so that becomes 10 to the 4. 3.23 times 10 to the 4. Okay, one last one on these. So we've got 875,632. So start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gives me 8.7, and I'll look spaghetti afterward. So I'm going to put a 5 here first of all, because that's how many times I've bounced my decimal point. And all I do is simply write the decimal out in full, 8.75632 times 10 to the 5. So that's how you'd represent that number in standard form. So that's dealing with big numbers. What we're going to look at as well is we're going to deal with how we work out small numbers. Okay, small numbers are ones where you've got a 0 point. So they're numbers less than 1 or smaller than 1. So it's 0 point something. And to do that, we're going to have to use a negative index. I'm going to show you why. So first of all, we've got the number 0.25. So what we're going to do here, same thing applies. We must have our number between 1 and 10. So 0.25 isn't between 1 and 10. So we've got to move that decimal point. So if we move it once, we now get the number 2.5. That fits. That is between 1 and 10. So we can write 2.5, and we've moved it once, and so the standard form will be 2.5 times 10 to the minus 1. It's a minus number because what we're doing is we're moving the decimal point the other way. We're moving it towards the right, whereas here we were moving it towards the left, which gave it a positive number. Okay, so a negative number here because we're dealing with numbers less than 1, 0 point numbers, moving the point to the left. So let's try this one. First of all, bounce it once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. That gives me 3.762. That's our number between 1 and 10. So we write it out, 3.762 to the minus 4, because we had to bounce 4 times. And one for luck, So we're going to have 1 bounce, 2 bounce, 3 bounce, 4 bounce, 5 bounce, 6 bounces here. So it's going to be 5, which is our number between 1 and 10, times 10 to the minus 6, because we have to bounce 6 times. Remember, minus because we're bouncing to the right. Okay, so that's an introduction on how you convert any number, big or small, into standard form.